In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on November 16, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Milwaukee Bucks versus Charlotte Hornets. On Saturday, 2 teams with 4 wins each will clash as the Milwaukee Bucks host the Charlotte Hornets. This matchup marks the first of 3 meetings between these teams during the current NBA season. The Bucks enter the game fresh off a thrilling overtime victory against the Detroit Pistons, winning 127-120, though they failed to cover the spread as 7.5-point home favorites. Meanwhile, the Hornets are coming off a disappointing 114-89 loss to the Orlando Magic in an NBA Cup game, where they fell short as 8.5-point underdogs. The Milwaukee Bucks have had a rocky start to their season, but they are now setting their sights on securing a 3rd consecutive victory following a hard-fought 127-120 overtime win at home against the Detroit Pistons on Wednesday. In that game, the Bucks showcased resilience, shooting 47% from the field and converting 15 of their 35 attempts from beyond the arc. Despite their offensive struggles early on, they managed to recover from a daunting 18-point deficit. Their persistence paid off in overtime, where they started strong with an 8-0 scoring run that sealed their impressive comeback performance. On the other hand, the Charlotte Hornets have been struggling to find consistency, losing 5 of their last 7 games overall. They will be looking to break out of their current slump after suffering a heavy 114-89 loss on the road against the short-handed Orlando Magic on Tuesday. In that disappointing outing, the Hornets managed a poor shooting performance, hitting just 40% of their field goal attempts and 13 of their 38 shots from 3-point range. The team's troubles began early as they were outpaced by the Magic and scored only 18 points in the second quarter, which left them trailing by 11 points at halftime. Things went from bad to worse in the second half, where the game slipped further out of their grasp in a lopsided defeat. The Bucks remained shorthanded, missing several key players, including Bobby Portis, Khris Middleton, and Damian Lillard. In contrast, the Hornets have no players currently listed on their injury report. Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo delivered an impressive 59-point performance against Detroit in his previous outing, showcasing his dominance against a Pistons team unable to contain him. Detroit's Jalen Duren struggled to guard him on the perimeter, while Tobias Harris was ineffective inside the paint. A similar dynamic is expected against Charlotte, as players like Grant Williams, Taj Gibson, and Moussa Diabate lack the tools to stop Giannis in transition or at the rim. Although Miles Bridges would have been the Hornets' best defensive option due to his physicality, he is sidelined with a bone bruise. Giannis is likely to take over again, particularly if Lillard remains unavailable. With Lopez and Portis controlling the paint, the Bucks should dominate the interior. Charlotte relies heavily on 3-point shooting, but their chances could be hampered if Treeman is unable to play. The Hornets' poor showing against Orlando, where they lost by 25 points without Man and Bridges, highlights their vulnerabilities. Giannis is expected to lead the charge against the Hornets. Despite missing stars like Lillard and Middleton, Milwaukee has delivered its best stretch of the season, largely due to Antetokounmpo's elevated performance. On the other hand, Charlotte continues to struggle with consistency, losing 7 of their last 10 games. The Bucks have been plagued by injuries this season but have relied on Giannis to carry them, as he demonstrated in their recent win. The Hornets, despite being relatively healthy, have yet to build any momentum. A victory in this game could boost their morale, but Milwaukee is the team with more at stake. If the Bucks want to salvage their season, this is the type of game they must win, regardless of injuries. Charlotte's struggles make the Bucks a solid play here, so the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Key players on both teams are either injured or recovering from injuries, including Damian Lillard, Bobby Portis, Khris Middleton, Miles Bridges, and Treeman. This group alone forms a starting lineup of reliable NBA talent, leaving both teams with a single elite scorer and a roster of supporting players. While Giannis and LaMelo Ball can rack up impressive stats, they cannot do it all alone. Charlotte's offense relies heavily on three-point shooting, as they rank third in made threes per game. However, this comes from sheer volume rather than accuracy, accuracy, as their percentage from beyond the arc ranks just 19th in the league. Milwaukee's strategy will focus on attacking the paint, exploiting the Hornets' interior defense led by Grant Williams and Taj Gibson. The Bucks' deliberate style of pounding the ball inside will slow the game's pace, which aligns with Charlotte's tendency to play at a measured tempo. They rank 19th in possessions per game. Furthermore, the Hornets have gone under the total in their last 7 games. All signs point to this game being a low-scoring one, making under the projected total our full game total pick. Toronto Raptors versus Boston Celtics. The Toronto Raptors are set to play the second game of a back-to-back series on Saturday night as they visit the defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. Heading into Friday night's matchup, the Raptors have struggled to find their rhythm this season, managing just 2 wins so far. In contrast, the Celtics have enjoyed a strong start, boasting a 10-3 record after splitting a pair of back-to-back games against the Atlanta Hawks and Brooklyn Nets. The Raptors are in the midst of a significant slump, having lost 10 of their last 11 games. Their latest defeat came against the Detroit Pistons on Friday night, where they fell 99-95, extending their losing streak to 6 games. Despite a promising performance in the third quarter, where they transformed an 8-point deficit into an 8-point lead, their offensive struggles resurfaced. The team shot a disappointing 35% from the field and managed just 8 of 31 from beyond the arc. Ultimately, a dismal fourth quarter, where they scored only 17 points, allowed the Pistons to rally and claim victory. On the other hand, the Boston Celtics are firing on all cylinders, having won 10 of their first 13 games. They head into this matchup with confidence after a dominant 139-114 road victory over the Brooklyn Nets on Wednesday. The Celtics displayed impressive shooting, hitting 53% from the field and an incredible 22 of 36 from three-point range. They set the tone early, scoring 65 points in the first half to establish a slim lead, and then completely overwhelmed the Nets in the second half with a 74-54 scoring advantage to secure a commanding win. Both teams are dealing with injuries heading into this matchup. The Celtics will remain without Kristaps Porzingis, while Jrue Holiday's status is uncertain. Meanwhile, the Raptors continue to miss key players, including Immanuel Quickley, Scotty Barnes, and Bruce Brown. The absence of these players has taken its toll on Toronto, contributing to their ongoing 6-game losing streak and a lack of offensive production, as they have failed to score more than 100 points in their last 3 outings. Playing on the second night of a back-to-back will further challenge the Raptors. However, the betting line in this game is unusually wide for an NBA matchup, and the Celtics have shown inconsistency in covering large spreads, going 4-6 against the spread as double-digit favorites in their last 10 games. Additionally, Boston has suffered 5 outright losses as double-digit favorites since March. As such, the Toronto Raptors to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Scoring is expected to be a key factor in this matchup. Boston's potent offense should capitalize on Toronto's defensive struggles, while the Raptors still possess enough offensive firepower to keep pace. The Raptors play at a pace of 102.9 possessions per game, ranking 10th in the league. But their defensive efficiency is a dismal 29th, which bodes well for Boston's scoring opportunities. The Celtics play at a slightly slower pace of 101.2 possessions per game, ranking 16th, but their offensive efficiency is exceptional, ranking second with a rating of 118. Toronto has hit the over in 7 of their 12 games, while Boston has done so in 6 of theirs. Boston ranks second in the league in scoring and will be well rested after 3 full days off. They also lead the NBA in 3-point field goals made per game and are on track to challenge records for 3-point attempts this season. Toronto, while middling in overall scoring, averaged 110 points per game against Boston last season. If they approach that average again, this game has strong potential to be high scoring. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.